Okay.
And you are live whenever you want to start.
I'm sorry.
Pledge
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now,
Susan Schneider,
here,
Steve Farquhar,
Here.
Steve Carter,
Present.
Michael George,
Here.
Greg Gordon.
did everybody have time to look at the agenda and have a motion?
Make a motion to approve agenda.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And how about the minutes from October 15th?
Make a motion that we accept the minutes from October 15th. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we're having a public hearing on voluntary annexation of the property by Carl Morales. Is there anybody here for that reason?
Nope.
Doesn't look like we're gonna have any public comment on it. This is just a petition for a voluntary annexation of the property at 17550 North Highway 5. So, on we go. We have a presentation tonight. Susan Woods, who is our representative or the administrator of the Workman's Comp Program for Missouri Rural Services. She has something to talk to us about. Welcome.
And I will keep it brief. Thank you for allowing me to come. I am Susan Woods. I am the administrator for the Missouri Rural Services Workers' Compensation Insurance Trust and also the vice president at Missouri Rural Services Corp. And I am here tonight to tell you a little bit about your history in our workers' compensation program and your exceptional loss ratio, and present you with a Hall of Fame Safety Award plaque for excellence in accident prevention. So Sunrise Beach has been in our trust for 28 years, since 1996. Your overall loss ratio is 15.5%, which is phenomenal. Anything below 65% is really pretty good. So 15.5 is excellent. You had a couple of bumps in the road, the 14-15 year, and then the 17-18 year, you had claims in both of those. And then you had a recent, very small claim, but these were, it happens. That's why you carry workers' compensation coverage, right? Your experience modification is a 0.93 right now. So anything below a 1.0 is good. So you're 7 points below what a normal account would pay. Okay, so that's good. This Hall of Fame award is for the period of April 1st of 2020 to March 31st of 2023. This award is given to our, we call it for sure, our trust, and our trust members who have a 35% or lower loss ratio for this 3-year period. And you all have a loss ratio of 0 for this period. So you won this award and easily. And so we don't have very many members who actually have a 0% loss ratio for that period.
Oh,
So congratulations. This is the award. When you receive additional awards, you'll receive another, these are removable, another little piece to go on, and you can, if you want to hang this up, you can. And so, but congratulations, you're just doing an excellent job. So
Great.
Do we get a discount?
yeah, the discounts are based on loss ratio. And the experience mod that I referred to a while ago, that is based on your claims also. So
Okay.
the fewer claims you have, your 17-18 year caused your mod to jump up for a few years. That's
We weren't charged, that's right.
So, but you're back down below 1.0. You're doing great. I think your lowest experience mod in all these years was like a 0.91. So you're just really, really doing great. So thank you.
Very good.
Thank you.
I will give this to you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thank you all so much. I did bring a bag of just some of our giveaway items that we give away at like the Missouri Municipal League Conference and stuff. So there's like little fuzzy dusters. I know you guys want to go home and dust. So there's plenty in here. But anyway.
I got somebody at home that needs it.
If it's okay, can I just?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, that's nice.
Or put it in your dog's paws.
Yep.
Mhm.
4 of them. Thanks for coming.
All right, thank you. all
Thank you,
so much.
Susan.
Have a great rest of your meeting.
Take care.
Drive home.
Okay, thank you.
Careful with deer.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Well, that was nice. It's always nice to get an award for being the best. So, very good. Okay, on to the chairman's message. Welcome to the staff, trustees, guests, and citizens of Sunrise Beach that are watching. Can't talk tonight, but this month represents 18 months of progress during this administration. Hundreds of clean water and wastewater hookups, newly paved and repaired roads, better policies and policing and safety actions. Thank you, Chief. Clear and precise ordinances to guide our village, updated software, phone system, billing system, and much more transparencies to the citizens. Our quarterly newsletter allows us to keep everyone in and around our city limits informed of our actions. The next issue will be ready the first week of December. We continue to receive requests for annexations into the village. We are planning to extend our water and sewer services as soon and quickly as possible with the approval of our citizens. You will be asked to pass a new bond issue next April so we can continue applying for grants and loans to move forward. You may have noticed the speed flashing signs recently installed. We must get drivers to slow down on Highway 5. Cars and big trucks are driving 55 to 65 miles an hour around the village, and it's becoming very dangerous. Please slow down. Tonight, we will have the first reading adopting our 2025 budget, which is very fiscally responsible. More readings of annexation requests and adopting a new floodplain management ordinance, all of which brings our village into compliance and running more efficiently. There will be more news coming out on our request for land to build an adult park for walking. And since the holiday is coming very soon, we wish to extend a happy Thanksgiving to all our community. And as always, please call myself or any trustee for any questions or comments. And I'd like to appoint Melvin Chittum, or Fred, to Planning and Zoning Commission. Can I have a motion for that?
Make a motion to appoint Melvin.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Visitors' comments. Visitor, you have any comments? No.
Pretty
Okay.
quiet back there.
All right, moving on to some bills. We have Bill 2024-23. Can I have a motion to have a first reading on that?
Make a motion for first reading of bill number 2024-23.
I second it.
Will the clerk please read the bill by title only?
Bill number 2024-23, an ordinance adopting the Village of Sunrise Beach budget for the 2026 fiscal year, thereby adopting the schedule of revenues and expenditures for each fund and capital outlay, department service and employee pay and benefits plans together and contained therein.
Okay. And can I have a motion to have a first reading on 2024-24?
Make a motion to have the first reading of 2024. Page 23.
Second.
Second. Clerk, could you read the first reading?
Bill number 2024-24, an ordinance accepting and approving an employment agreement by and between the Village of Sunrise Beach, Missouri and Scott Craig, Chief of Police.
Okay, and again, a motion for 2024-25, an ordinance accepting, to be read for the first time.
Make a motion for first reading of bill number 2024-25.
Second.
Motion and second has been made. Clerk, please read.
An ordinance accepting and approving an employment agreement by and between the Village of Sunrise Beach, Missouri, and Steve Roth, Village Manager.
Okay, looks like, we have another first reading, a motion to have the first reading on 2024-26.
Make a motion for first reading of bill
I second it.
2024-26.
I second it.
Motion has been made and seconded. Will the clerk please read the bill by title only?
Bill number 2024-26, an ordinance approving a petition for voluntary annexation filed by Carrie Morales regarding certain property contiguous and compact to the Village of Sunrise Beach, Missouri. Annexing said property into the village, adopting zoning district classifications for the property, and authorizing other actions in connection with such annexation.
And we will be having a second reading next month on that, I guess. So. Okay, looks like we have resolution 2024-25.
Resolution 2024-25, a resolution establishing regular hours of operation for the City Hall Administration and Public Works Departments.
Okay. We don't need to vote on that. Do we vote on
Yeah, you
Okay.
can motion.
it? Motion?
Is there a motion? Great, Scott, huh? Yes. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, old business, bill number 2024-20, is up for a second reading. Can I have a motion for the second reading?
Make a motion for the second reading of bill number 2024-20.
Second.
Bill number 2024-20, an ordinance adopting a new flood plan management ordinance for the Village of Sunrise Beach, Missouri.
Okay, and that is the second reading, so we have a motion to,
Make a motion to accept bill number 2024-20.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Oh, we need a roll call, sorry.
That's okay. So I've got, roll call, Michael George,
Approved.
Steve Barthol,
Here.
Steve Carter,
Approved.
Greg Gordon, Susan Schneider.
Okay, we're gonna have the city administrator report now.
Okay, so we've got a little bit of a cold this evening. Just two things. The audit is in your board packet, the printed copy, and we received it just last week. I reviewed it briefly. It looks very straightforward. The city finances are generally in pretty good shape. Auditors found no material weaknesses or significant deficiencies, quote unquote, which are kind of the magic terms for any problems with the city finances. She certainly didn't find any of that. I would remind the board that this is for the period that went from April 23 through March this year. And so, of course, there was some transition and change during that period of time, but the audit generally again showed city's finances were generally fine. So that was helpful. It also included what we call a single audit. It's required whenever you have $750,000 or more in federal expenditures, you have to have a federal single audit. And we file that with various state agencies and the feds, and in the single audit, again, came back fine, no issues at all. We did have 2.58 million in federal expenditures for that fiscal year, which is mostly water and sewer, but there's also some other federal funds. Chief has, of course, applied for some grants. You'll see that noted in the audit. USDA was one funding agency. I think Human Homeland Security, I guess, would be the federal department. It comes down to us via Department of Public Safety at the state level. So again, the audit came back very good. If you want the auditor, Mary Miles, to attend a meeting and present, you can certainly do that. Um, Don't necessarily need to make a decision now, but if, you know, I don't know if there is any,
So maybe if you guys want to take it home and browse through it and everything, if you feel like you would like to hear more from her, you just let Steve know and he can get it to the next meeting if that's what you want.
She's excellent at explaining questions. She knows every bit about this.
Right. Well, I've been seeing it as Steve and putting it together, so
Right.
I'm okay. But if you guys want to have her come in,
What's it cost us?
nothing. I mean, I think it would be part of the,
Audit?
yeah. I've always kind of make it up to the board's discretion because, you know, sometimes frankly, you know, board just doesn't seem that interested as long as it comes back clean and so forth. On the other hand, you know, it's an opportunity to have your auditor speak directly to you and some question and answer. So it's really up to you.
She can really explain things that you may not understand on the, like the bonds. When they're gonna retire, or things. She knows everything. Does a really good job.
So we'll be back here, as you all know, the fiscal year will end December 31st. So she will be back at some point in the next audit. We're in that kind of crunched budget year because we changed the fiscal year, but
will she do that in December or?
no, she'll probably, I'm not sure. I would expect it to be here February, March.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, and then website. This is a agenda item. This is pretty much my primary ask of the board for the next budget year is for us to have a new website. The website we have now is okay. We do post our information on it. I have had comments from people that it's hard to find information. And so I have a lot of experience with a company called Civic Plus, and they do websites across the country, some in our area. I think Hamilton or Sales are two of them. There may be others. And what they do is they make municipal websites. It's very easy to navigate. You post your agendas, your budgets, your financials, all your relevant city documents are easy to get to. There's a section for the board. You can have, if you want, you can have a photo of the board members, no bios and so forth. And when I reached out to them, I was a little bit wary of the cost, honestly, because I hadn't dealt with them in a little while, and their costs are very, in my opinion, really good. It's $570 one-time design fee, and then a $2,775 annual maintenance. I was expecting more, frankly.
But does that maintenance fee in the budget, does it go up to 4,000 something?
No, I don't think so.
I think there's a problem between that and here. I'll dig it out for you.
But
Their annual fee is what was changing from here to there.
yeah, if we want to implement in the early part of the year, it'd be nice to get started now, because typically they have about a 2 to 3 month implementation.
Well, it does say 14 to 18 weeks, but also we want to get it done so we can get our codification on there rather than putting it on the old website.
Right, and that was another part of my motivation to try to sync those two together.
It's on, a lot of the cities around here use this because I noticed that when I started browsing other cities' websites, and they are easy to.
One real cool feature is if as a resident, citizen, whoever, want to sign up to get notifications, it's just as easy as signing up through the website. And then whenever a new agenda is posted, for example, it sends you an email. And in my past, I've had a lot of people really appreciate that because it just, again, it's just a notification that, hey, something's going on with the city. The other thing that's nice is it has a feature where you can post on the top of your page, like some type of emergency, right? Whatever it might be. Or public notice, hey, something's happening. And it's a nice feature, and people can also sign up for those types of alerts, right? So I would like to go with it. I've talked to our IT firm who developed our website, and he understands. He's,
Will it interfere with our current .gov
No.
email?
No.
Okay,
no, we'll just transition over.
okay.
The last thing on it is so one of the drawbacks I feel with the current website, there's not much local content, photos on it, right? It was kind of stock stuff. And we would like to put a call out to the community for, send us your photos. You got some cool Sunrise Beach photos, send them in, and maybe we'll put them on the website. Give us an opportunity to, put more of a local flavor, I think, on the website. We have some photos, but, it's kind of fun to,
Like the businesses and stuff?
yeah,
That'd be
I
fun.
mean, I don't know who's out there in the local area. It'd be cool to see, in my opinion, see some drone shots of the lake with, if we can find those.
I think Scott knows a couple of photographers around here.
Yeah, Hello Jones, great. They do all the shooting for the shootout races and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, and if they're a community member, typically they'll donate a shot or two. I'm not opposed to paying for professional photography, but in my experience, at least, I've been pretty lucky in getting a lot of good stuff, more or less just donated.
Okay,
So, it's not budgeted in this budget that we're in right now, so if we want to move forward, it would be helpful to have a board motion to approve it.
tonight?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I've read it and I just put a website together myself. The price of this were really good.
Yeah. And it is a good website if you've ever visited. I think Lynn Creek uses it. I think, maybe Camden can. There's like 3 cities around here that have this, because when you click on a certain area, it'll say Civic Plus, so you can tell that they did it. Yeah.
I'll make a motion and we go forward with it.
I second
All in favor?
it.
Aye.
Awesome, thank you very much. That's all I got.
That's it? Okay, Chief of Police.
All right, so not many changes to the report, but I do need to go down some list of things that would require a motion from you guys. Before we get to that, one, I want to highlight, like Susan said, the flashing radar signs are out. We're getting a lot of questions on those. Most importantly, are they taking pictures? They don't have the capability to take pictures of people. However, what they do have the capability to do is give us traffic data. And I've seen a couple of the reports come in with traffic data, and it's nice. The week that we had it in front of Revolution, we saw about a 6,000 car a day count. So late October, early November, it's a pretty good number. We're working with Andy to try to get some more durable signs, like what the highway department uses to put on the city streets. Right now, our city street signs won't hold the weight of the radar signs.
Mhm.
So we're gonna try to get some of those deployed, because it is my hope to get those out into the neighborhoods. Because obviously that's one of the main areas we get complaints of people speeding. And 2, it'll help us with, as far as stuff on Steve's side, knowing how many people are using Beechwood versus American Legion.
Are they called radar signs?
Yeah, the company's called Radar Signs.
But they do not.
Yeah, and the funds for those were completely donated by that Chris and Carrie Wilson, the Wilson Family Foundation. And he's already told me that in Q1 of this next year, that if I'd like, he'd be happy to fund 2 more of them.
Great.
So we'll hopefully see more of that in the spring. Durango, we're still waiting on that. One of the things that we do need approval from you guys is the 2011 Tahoe that Durango is replacing. I would like to have you guys approve it being deemed as surplus property along with that John Deere Gator. And that way I can get those listed on Gov Deals and use that money, one, to replace the other vehicle in other places.
Yes, we don't need anything else sitting around here. I'll accept a motion on,
Make a motion to accept this proposal.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Alright, The other thing is, our,
I'm sorry, Rick. So it would be our intent to go put those out on Gov Deals, right?
Yes.
That's what we did. That's fine. In the near future.
Yes.
yes,
Sure.
yeah, so the tile, the only thing I've gotta do with it is get the decals. It's been decommissioned, it just
Mhm.
needs to have the decals stripped off, which is a long, tedious,
Hmm.
painstaking thumb job, but.
You doing it yourself?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get it into my garage to where it's warm, that way I can try to peel it off with a heat gun of an
Okay.
evening, that way it's a little easier. Department of Public Safety released a grant, it's gonna be a $10,000 match grant. It's my intention to, apply for evidence collection kits, trauma kits, officer safety equipment such as traffic vests. A computer to replace mine is having critical failure multiple times a day. We don't really need anything on that yet. Other news is we did receive a donation from Point Oasis Gas Stop. They apparently been selling T-shirts to support local first responders all summer, and they took the money from the proceeds and split that between us and the fire department. So hoping to use that for some different things to make the officers' lives a little bit easier and nicer. SOP mail, we've been working with Lexipol on. I've got the first draft complete. Me and Steve are kind of going through them. We got the first phase of policies rolling out, and we should be moving on those even more in the future. Codification is kind of taking precedent over getting done. But the main thing I'm gonna need vote approval on is earlier this year, I applied for a grant to replace the 4 in-car repeaters and provide a new base station radio. That grant was approved for $22,432.41. I would like your approval to spend that money. And it is a reimbursement grant, so you will see the money go out and then the money come, but it is 100% reimbursed.
And that was on the car you've already got, or is it?
That's gonna go on all 4.
Oh, okay.
And that's what allows the officers to use those handheld repeaters down in valleys, or if they go inside somebody's house, it helps get it out, that signal out there.
Okay.
Make a motion, we approve that.
Second?
All in favor? Aye.
And that's all I have. Thank you, guys.
Okay. What else we got? Committee reports, finance, approving the list of bills. Everybody got the amended one that Aaron passed out. So you've already looked at that. Have a motion to.
Make a
approve.
motion, we approve.
Second?
Payments.
And second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, and approve the change order. This is the second application for Higgins and
Yeah, just real quick.
a maintenance program. What's that? Is that part of that too?
The agenda, it says change order 1 on the agenda. It's actually change order 3.
Okay.
And so it's in the board packet here. It's basically a deduct from Indian Hills Road. And then, so that would be the change order. And then the final pay app is the remaining retainage that we held back after, we paid them $500,000 last year, or last month, I'm sorry. But they are complete, engineers approved, and so we do balance the contract.
So has that got anything to do with the preventative pavement maintenance program?
That's what we call it.
Okay.
Yes. And so, and I'm writing a newsletter. I'm not to take up time, but this was year 1 of the preventive pavement maintenance program. And if the CDBG monies come in, and we're hoping to hear maybe somewhat soon about that, we could knock out Beechwood Drive next year, American Legion and Eddy if we get both grants. And I mean, it's certainly my goal to try to hit every road in town within at least a 10-year period.
Well, the one grant is for those first couple, but then we've got a second grant we've got 4 roads total grants. I thought we had 2 different grants going.
Yeah, there are 2 different grants.
Yeah.
Each one is one,
Mhm.
and American Legion and Eddy are combined.
Right. And that's the ones that we went to the fire station to talk about. Right. Okay.
So I've had, a couple, calls of people asking, when's my road gonna get paved? And of course, we want to pave, tomorrow or next year, but it is a multi-year process, but, fingers crossed on the CDBG grants, if we can get Beechwood and American Legion Eddie knocked out, wow, we will really be pretty far down the road.
Right.
Pisces is certainly one that we got to address at some point in the somewhat near future. Cliff Drive is it's a neighborhood road, residential road, with a lot of people on it. You guys know the roads. We want to hit them all. And 10 years is a long time for some of those on the last on the list to wait, but I still think if the funding continues to be pretty strong, I think we'll get there.
Mhm.
And hopefully even sooner. So
I'll tell you what, I've had a lot of compliments on just how they were able to patch up Center Road compared to how it was. And that was, our crew was doing that. They did
yes.
well done down there. A lot of compliments.
Yeah, and yes, we have, apart from the big paving, yes, we've done just routine repairs and maintenance, and I have also had some compliments too, so obviously more of that next year. Yes.
I did not see, promo on here, so I guess we still didn't get that paperwork back.
Home annexation, they filed it with us, I think on Thursday last week, so public hearing on that one will be December. And then at the same time, the Twenter, it's BN Twenter Enterprises, I think it is. They have the storage building, which is just
Mhm.
north. They have also filed for annexation.
Okay.
Oh, good.
And so, those two will both be on the board in December. There's one other that we have, Roughwater Dock. They had filed, I do have to file for voluntary annexation, and we haven't received that yet, but we expect to get it.
Okay.
So,
And we have a planning and zoning meeting on the 2nd on one of them.
yes, really it would be all three, actually. The
Okay.
zoning,
A planning and zoning meeting on the 2nd of December, and the board meeting is at the regular Monday, second Monday for December.
So do we have an approval for the change order fee? We have a motion.
Oh, I'm sorry, we just walked on by it, didn't we?
Make a motion that we
Motion?
accept the change order 3.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Is there anything else anybody would like to discuss?
Make a motion to adjourn.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Meeting adjourned. Picture time.
oh yeah, it's good photo.